This
So,
conference will now be recorded.
so during this FDP, hope you have heard various speakers till date. So today, as per the discussion with the organizers, what we have planned is we will try to have a quick introduction of this additive manufacturing in a layman language. Like, Kailash sir, am I perfectly audible?
Yes,
Perfect, perfect. So please inform me soon. I am not able to. Mesh voice is breaking or some kind of glitches. Okay.
right.
Fine. So during that discussion, we have fixed that during this particular session, I will try to have this session more interactive in a way that you can also learn some practical aspects. You can also have some practical aspects with the introduction of this particular area of additive manufacturing, so that in the layman language, how you can just treat this particular technology. Like if you are going to disseminate this particular knowledge to a ITI student or to a diploma student who are not having a good hands-on on or not good expertise in the field of design or not expertise in the field of additive manufacturing, I will say, then they can also get some insight about this technology, and they can also learn from this upcoming era of additive manufacturing. Okay, so this is our agenda, or you can say objective we have fixed for this particular session. So just be with me. I will try to cover the theoretical concern within 25 to 30 minutes, and after that we will have a practical hands-on session during this particular talk as well. Okay, where we'll see that what are the open source softwares, where you can also try to create your modeling skills and all. Okay, so let's get it started. And a very good afternoon to all those who have joined. I welcome all the participants as well, with the organizers who have given me this opportunity to share my few skills related to this field. So basically, as you can see in the first slide, which I have kept it initially, that additive manufacturing is what? It is a key player in the fourth industrial revolution. Like in additive manufacturing system, they will produce US $2 trillion worth parts by the end of 2030. Means this is one of the major player in the area of industrial fourth revolution. Means as you can also see in the PPT that this industry 4.0 not started, or it did not came in the picture directly. It started with industry 1.0, then industry 2.0, then industry 3.0, and in the industry 3.0 they started with the invention of computer, and after that automation came in the picture. Okay, while previously in industry 1.0 and 2.0 they were all mechanically equipped equipments for the manufacturing sector. Okay, now in the industry 4.0 all the concerns was moved ahead from the automation. Now they jumped into the area of augmented reality, IoT, simulate system integration, big data analytics, cyber security, and additive manufacturing. Means these are various nine major players in industry 4.0. We will not go in detail of these concerns which you have already encountering. We are only focusing on additive manufacturing today and during this particular FDP as well, because as suppose if you are not from the field of engineering, then also why you have to learn this particular area or your expertise. This question we are generally getting it from all the parents, all the students who are studying in 12th, who are getting their degree of technology, like in BTech or masters is going on. So why they have to learn if they are not also having such expertise in this field? Because in the upcoming era this particular field will be the major key player in all the factories, in all the invention, in all the upcoming technologies. Like if you are not able to use the smartphones, then you will be outdated from the generation. Means you cannot cope up the pace of the time. Okay, so that's why if you are not able to hear this particular technology, or if you are not able to have some basics of this particular technology, then you will not able to meet the pace of the time or the generation change. As we used to call it that we have a generation gap between our grandparents and the this particular generation. Okay, so these are the gaps which are created by the technologies only. So we have to get ourselves updated according to the technologies which are coming in the picture. That's why only if you are aware about the basics, that will be enough. At least if you are not going to do the research, or if you are not going to update yourself in this particular field, but you should be updated about this technology basics, because this will become a daily life kind of thing in the upcoming era. Okay, as The survey says that US dollar 2 trillion worth part will be produced by 2030, means in upcoming era this much of the parts is going to be produced. Okay, so this much of market will be captured from this particular additive manufacturing system. Okay, now, and before going for the next slide or upcoming slide, I would also like to give the credit to our mentor, Dr. Y. Ravi Kumar, whom you are also going to hear very soon in the upcoming days during this FTP only. He was our mentor when we studied or completed our masters in IIT Warangal. So we have also kept various slides from their concern or their studies which he used to taught us. Okay. So as you can see that why it is additive manufacturing or how it is different from existing manufacturing technologies. Okay, so like in we used to compare it with the conventional manufacturing like subtractive manufacturing. Most of the mechanical or the manufacturing field enthusiasts, they used to encounter this word very well before that. In the subtractive manufacturing we have to remove some part. Ultimately you have to remove some part of the particular block to get a desired shape or to get your workpiece or to finish your object. So that is a philosophy of subtractive methodology, means ultimately you are just reducing the productivity somehow. Okay, and the wastage is very high, while in the additive manufacturing you can create a layer by layer addition and you will get your object ready. Okay, so now how it can be different, like if you will see this particular cup, this is a taper from the bottom side. Okay, or the from lower half of this cup, this cannot be produced without a 3 axis machining, means if you have to prepare this particular cup then you need 3 axis machining in the subtractive manufacturing methodologies. While if you want to prepare this particular contour or this particular cup holder or shape, then you may need some sharp internal features which cannot be machined without a tool radius kind of setup. Okay, means most of you have worked on the lathe machines, so where you have to attach a tool radius
Mr.
setup.
Shubham, sorry to interrupt. Slide is not changing.
Okay, just give me a minute.
You can
Okay,
see only first. Yes, now it's okay.
I am just keeping it here only. I'm not making it on. I'm just zooming it for your understanding so that you can see. Okay,
Okay.
so now hope it will be visible. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So I was discussing about the challenges or differences between the subtractive manufacturing technology and additive manufacturing technology. Like in subtractive manufacturing technology, you have to remove some part, as I said. While in if you are going to prepare such kind of cup, then you may need some tool radius setup for the manufacturing of this sharp internal cavity or sharp internal features. Similarly, for this taper, you may need some 3 axis machining. And if you want to prepare this particular cavity or this particular gap, this may need some special attachment, some fixtures. Okay, so that you have seen in when you are practicing lathe machining or any kind of if you are also using the CNC or VMC, then also you may need some kind of attachment or separate fixtures. While in additive manufacturing you can prepare this particular cup in a single go. We'll see in during the procedure that how you can prepare it, but you can prepare it in a single go without removing or without getting any kind of wastage from the material. While the wastage is very high, that's why this particular technology came in the picture, and it is quite different from the traditional manufacturing methods or traditional prototyping method. Initially we used to discuss with the rapid prototyping. Now why we all call it as additive manufacturing, that I will also try to cover it in the upcoming slides. That traditional prototyping is what machining, means we have to machine it, means either we want to do the machining on the wooden work pieces or metal work pieces, but we have to do it with the help of machining, and which require significant lead time, means from starting from the vendor to get the material to the quality inspection till all the processes, they each process will need some kind of lead time. Okay, so it can vary from various days to many weeks depending on the complexity of parts. Okay, that's why rapid prototyping came in the picture, where you can produce a plastic or metal parts directly from the design data. Okay, which can be created by a CAD system. Now there is a question that if you are not aware about this CAD system, then a student can work on this particular technology. Then my answer is yes. If you are not aware about or good adoption of the CAD systems, like if you are not able to prepare the CAD modeling, then also you can work or assist on this particular technology. Okay, so that I will come up during my practical demonstration, that how a person who are not very well known to the CAD system, they can also work on this additive manufacturing field. Okay, so instead of going for this particular lead time, it will be reduced here, and you can directly produce a part from the design data. Okay, now this is one of the classification or major classification of manufacturing process, if we will say that subtractive technology that we discussed. Then additive manufacturing means rapid prototyping, 3D printing, free from manufacturing, solid free from manufacturing. All these names will come under this particular category, which is called as additive manufacturing. In the formative, you have seen forging, casting, extrusion, and all those processes will come under this particular category. Now, can anyone please tell me that instead of the additive manufacturing, is there any other process which will come under this particular category of additive manufacturing? Any participant will be able to mute, or they can also write in the chat box. Any other manufacturing process which will come under the category of additive manufacturing? Any idea? You can write in the chat box if you have any kind of answers with you. Okay. Building. Right, right, right. Okay. Hariharan, right. So as this was the answer which I was expecting from you, that in building what we used to do, we used to fill the material with the help of filler. Okay, in between of the two plates or two rods. Okay, so where there also you are just adding the material, you are not doing any kind of shape change or any kind of removal of the material. Okay, so building will also come under this particular area of classification of manufacturing processes, while 3D printing will also come under this category. Okay, so now most of us will struggle that how we can decide that which process will be suitable for our objective or our manufacturing system. Okay, so now for understanding of that particular thing, we prepared or we have get this particular decision curve from the 3dhubs.com, which I have kept as a credit to them. So they prepared this survey and they made it that for highly complex part and for less quantity. As you can see that on the x-axis they have kept quantity, and on the y-axis they have kept complexity. So for highly complex part, for less quantity, you can go ahead with the 3D printing very easily. While for the moderate thing, moderate complexity and moderate quantity, you can go for the machining. While if the quantity is very high, then you can go ahead for the injection molding and investment casting. Now, instead of that, I have also made a speculation or conclusion that you can also club this technology. Means this 3D printing will not come at here as of now, but you can club this technology 3D printing with injection molding. Okay, that I will showcase you during the application of this session. I'm just creating a curiosity in your mind that what are the things which we are going to cover in this session, so that you should be ready with your mind that these are the things which are going to be covered. So 3D printing will be collaborated with the injection molding. This will be covered. I will explain when we will see the application of uh, molds which are going to be prepared by the 3D printing, and then with the help of injection molding, we have prepared the 5 to 10 replica of those particular molds. Okay, so in this way you can also collaborate, and this will give you all those wings. Like highly complex part can be prepared by the 3D printing, while mass production can be held by injection molding. So you can collaborate any two technologies together to get your object or to get your task done. Okay, now let's see what is the hype curve. Most of you have seen it before as well, that it started with the consumer personal products, and now we are also studying it in the classroom. I'm not saying that most of the engineers are aware about this particular technology, but all the science enthusiasts who are studying in the field in the grades of 9 to 12, they are still not aware about this technology in India. So we have to disseminate this particular knowledge to them as well, to them, to ITI students, to our diploma students, because in the UG and PG level of engineering sector, we are spreading this knowledge very widely. But all the enthusiasts who are coming to that particular area, we should also disseminate this knowledge to them, so that this objective of classroom 3D printing should be fulfilled in our country as well. While they in many country they reached to this level as well, that they prepared some 3D printing service bureaus, they prepared the 3D printing software. Even in India, a few startups are working very nicely. One of the startup you have already heard from the expert of 3D Exter. Okay, so they are also preparing some machines and preparing the software, assisting software or slicing software we used to call it, with the help of that. And after that, many MNCs or many Indian companies who are also working in the field of automobile as well as in the aerospace. General Electric is one of the company in the aerospace. They used to prepare their parts with the help of 3D printing. There is aircraft parts. Okay. Similarly, in the consumer 3D printing, this is also having various space. Okay. I will also give you some idea about your startups, how you can just work on that. Okay. Now, what are the current challenges? Means what are the things which you are getting it from the industry, or because being an engineer we have to be collaborated with the industries. As being a professors also, we are in association with the industries. We are preparing their consultation committees and all. So we are getting these kind of problems from the industry, or these are the challenges which are industry persons are encountering. Like, first is quality. Means we have to maintain the quality. Okay. And we have to reduce the cost. Okay, these are the two contradictory things, if you can see, first and third. Okay, quality we have to maintain it, or we have to upgrade it, and but we have to reduce it cost so that we can make a huge amount of profit, or we can increase our profit. Okay, ultimately what they want to say is you have to increase the productivity. And productivity, as we have already seen, that we cannot increase the productivity with the help of existing manufacturing methods, maybe. Okay, like in the machining processes, you are getting the best at a high level. Okay, so there the productivity will be less in compare with the additive manufacturing. So that's why we have to jump or change our philosophy of manufacturing. Now, customer satisfaction is what you have to give a customer's need to be satisfied. Like, if a customer want their customized goods, like if they want a vehicle where names of that particular person should be engraved, or their picture or their sculpture of their body should be printed on that particular four-wheeler or two-wheeler, so that you can made it. Okay, with the help of this technology. Now the next is time to the market. You should be responsive to the market, because whenever you are launching any new product, you have to maintain that particular thing. Because if you are not going to maintain that responsiveness, you will be obsoleted. Like, if there is a need of change, then you have to change the product according to the need of the market, or according to the responsiveness to the market. Then you need a high rate of team. Either you can work concurrently, or you can just test your pre-models. Like, we used to see that soon Apple will launch their products in the September. They are ready with the upcoming model of that. Like, in the this September 2020-21, Apple launched Apple 13, their iPad models and all. Okay, but they are also ready with their iPhone 14 series. Okay, still in this year, so that whenever they want to jump it, they want to reduce that particular cycle of 1 year to 6 months, they can get it done. So this much of responsiveness to the market should be done, and these are the challenges in the existing market. That's why they should jump to the field of additive manufacturing, so that you can satisfy these challenges and meet the need of the industry as well as the customer. Okay, so now let's see that how this rapid prototyping can help you out. Basically, as I already said, and you will also see the demonstration soon, I will play the application videos, that this technology will do or convert the computer aided design and produce a solid model of that particular design. Means with the help of computer aided design, you can directly produce the solid model. While similarly, because all the 9 to 12 students, or even in ITI and diploma, or maybe in UG student, when they used to explain their concept, okay, most of the professors or PhD scholars, they used to encounter this particular situation, that when the student will come up with the new ideas, they are not having any concrete idea in their mind. They have some vague ideas. Okay, so that vague idea we used to discard it daily. Okay, that this will not be feasible idea. So sometimes what we can do, if they can just convert their design concept into the solid prototype, then they can present their idea in a very formal way, so that it will fit to the form and function. It will that functional model can assist them to explain that particular concept to the guide, to the mentors, to their upcoming hackathons and all. There they can use this particular rapid prototyping or 3D printing to convert their design concept into the real model, so that they can explain that particular thing in a nicer way. Okay, as most of you have seen that whenever we used to purchase any house, what we used to do, they used to prepare a sample model of sample house, and after that they prepare a whole sculpture of that particular society in a cubicle, and they used to call it that your particular flat will be at this particular tower at this particular floor. Okay, and by seeing the sample we used to purchase the whole house. Okay, similarly we can also present our concept or print our concept with the help of our additive manufacturing technologies, and we can present it to the mentor or any kind of hackathons in which we are going to participate as a team. Now, as I already said, that why we came up to a conclusion that we have to rename this particular technology, or instead of rapid prototyping, desktop manufacturing, layered manufacturing, material deposition manufacturing, solid free-form manufacturing, automated manufacturing, and various names, 3D printing and all. So instead of these various names, everyone got confused. Means every researcher got confused that how we can just sum up this particular technology in one name. So ASTM, F42 committee was developed to set up the standards, as you can see in the bottom of this particular slide. That ASTM International F42 committee was developed or fixed to set up the standards for the nomenclature of this particular field of 3D printing, basically, or rapid prototyping. So what they said, they clubbed all the definitions, all the names, as you have seen in this particular previous slide, into one name, which is called as additive manufacturing. Means they given a standard definition that additive manufacturing is a new process of joining the materials to make objects from 3D model data, usually layer upon layer, as opposed to the subtractive manufacturing technologies. Means just opposite to the subtractive manufacturing methodologies, this is the technology which will join the material to prepare the 3D object, okay, by layer. Okay, so Sarah sir, I'm getting a noise from one of the participants. Hello.
Okay, I'll check.
Yeah, please. Thank you. So this is the thing which we have encountered, or we have seen it from the ASTM F42 committee. What they have done, they have converted or they renamed it into the additive manufacturing. Means most of the technologies which are related with this field, they will be called as additive manufacturing. From that point of time, all the researchers used to publish their research work related to this field with the name of additive manufacturing, not with the name of rapid prototyping, 3D printing, or anything else. So that's why this was the standard, and not only the definitions, they have also fixed various standards of the materials, various standards of the softwares, various standards of the process parameters of this additive manufacturing field. So this was the task which was done by this particular committee, and they are also still working on that. Now you can also see the two babies head was joined, and you have also learned about this particular case study well before as well. So what they have done, as Sir Terry Oler says, this is one of the prominent scientists, or you can say the researchers in the field of additive manufacturing, that a technology that produce a model of prototype parts from the 3D CAD model data or CT scan and MRI data. This is the point which will be noted by you, that you can directly convert the CT scan and MRI scan data into the CAD model, and after that CAD model you can just get it printed with the help of 3D printing or 3D printing.
Shubham sir,
Okay? Yeah,
it
please.
would be great if you can go for full screen mode. Means participants
Okay,
are requesting for that.
okay. Just give me a minute. I will get it done. Okay.
In
Uh,
slideshow mode.
is it visible?
Mm, not now.
No, just a minute. I have said. It's still not visible, sir?
No, not in full screen mode.
I have shared it in the full screen. Hope it will be visible soon.
Okay.
Done?
Mm, no. I guess you first open this file in full screen mode and then go to meeting and then share your screen.
Just give me a minute. I will stop sharing, then I will again share it, so
Yes.
that if it will, then you can just see. Okay, I have to keep it in the full mode.
Hmm.
Just now is it?
No, it's
No.
the same we are getting.
Okay. Okay. So what I will do, I will try to reduce this size so that you can just see the things properly. Just give me a minute. I will just increase the size of this. Hope it will be visible.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I'm going ahead with this. I will zoom the slides, whatever I am going to present it. Okay. So as you can see this particular slide over here, where on the right hand side, the two head of two babies are joined. Okay. Oh, it has been changed somehow. Just give me a minute. Okay. I came back to this particular thing where the head of the two babies are joined, and that was a case study which is published 5 to 10 years back. Okay, so during that time, what they have done, they converted this or done the CT scan and MRI data of these two heads of the babies, and after that they converted it into the CAD model. Okay, and after converting it into the CAD model, they get it printed with the help of 3D printer. And after that, they perform the pre-surgery before. Pre-surgery before means they practiced it before, so that you can also feel that how it will look like, or how you can do the practice well before, or you can perform the surgery in a single go without any kind of complication. And similarly, the doctor done the surgery in a single go without any kind of complication. Okay, so that was the expenditure or the dimension of this particular field. Now we'll see that what are the 10 principles of this particular field, or additive manufacturing, I will say, or what are the 10 basic principles of 3D printing. Kailash sir, I'm still getting some noise.
Now I guess
Oh, fine,
now
it's
you are
fine now.
getting any voice?
No, no, it's fine now. Fine, fine. Thank you. So these are the 10 principles. I will try to quickly cover it so that you can have an insight that what are the things which should be there in the additive manufacturing, or what are the, you can say, the dimensions or the pros of this particular field. Like, first is manufacturing complexity is free. Okay. So manufacturing complexity means you can produce a highly complex part with the help of this additive manufacturing very easily. Like if we will say that you have to produce a sculpture of Ganesha, you can easily get it printed with the help of 3D printer. While you are not able to produce it with the help of machining process or with the help of lathe very easily. You can get it produced, but you cannot get it produced with the ease. Okay. While in the additive manufacturing, you can play with the complexity at a very small kind of a small set of your sets with a small set of your knowledge. Okay. Now, the next is variety is free. Variety means you can just change your any kind of parts with various varieties. Like if you produced a part with the name of yours, then you can also change the name of yours to the college name, and you can change the shape of any kind of thing. Like if you are producing a kind of paperweight with the help of this particular field or additive manufacturing, then you can just change any kind of shape with the help of this particular technology. Okay. Similarly, if you are producing any aircraft part, suppose if you are producing, you want to check the drag force of any kind of component of any vehicle, then you can produce various number of samples with the help of additive manufacturing very easily, and you can test it in the wind tunnel or any kind of devices for the testing of the drag force analysis. Okay. Similarly, no assembly is required. No assembly, we used to call it as no assembly, while here the assembly process is very less. Means most of the part are directly produced. Means in a single go they used to be produced. Means without any kind of post assembly process is required in additive manufacturing. Means in most of the time they used to be produced in a single shot, as we used to see in the manufacturing of the cup, or we used to see in the manufacturing of human body or human sculpture as well. Zero lead time means you should not wait for any kind of setting up the process, setting up the machine, for coming of the workers, because these all things are very automated. Means very less human interaction. Then the next is unlimited design space. Means you, if you are not having good hands on the design, then also you can work on this particular technology, because you will have various design space. I will showcase you these things, like you will have a huge amount of data available in the web space which you can directly download it and get it printed. Even you can play with the dimension of that. Okay, that we will try to see that how you can just get your designs downloaded from various open source websites. Okay, now this is zero scale manufacturing. As I already said previously, that this particular techno Kailash sir, am I audible perfectly? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, yes, Mr.
you are audible.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. So, zero skill manufacturing, why we call 3D printing or additive manufacturing as a zero skill manufacturing? Because if you are not aware about the background or basics of the CAD manufacturing, and you have a good hands-on on 3D modeling softwares, then also you can work on that. If you are not aware about the how we used to have the set up the processes, but you have seen the demonstration of that particular machine, then also you can start working on that. If you are not able to prepare the CAD modeling, then you can get it downloaded and do the modifications that we will try to cover it. Okay, while that's why we used to call it a zero skill manufacturing. Means if you are not having good knowledge about the manufacturing processes, then also you can try to give the hands-on on this particular field of additive manufacturing. Then the next is compact and portable, because all the machines which are coming in this era, they are of the same size of the paper manufacturing, paper printers. Okay, you can have your 3D printer of the same size which is available in your office printers. Now less best by the product, means whatever the wastage you are getting it with the conventional manufacturing, that will be reduced. While infinite sets of the materials, like you can start it from the plastics and go to the materials, you can produce it for any kind of materials which are available in the market. Ceramics are also used, concrete mixtures are also used. Even some of the fashion enthusiasts who have tested the plastic material for in the fashion industries, some of the persons who have prepared the 3D printer in the food industry, they used to produce the food of various shapes of various sizes. Okay, with the help of jelly and all those materials. So there are infinite sets and quality of the materials which you can utilize. So these are the few principles which you have to encounter. Okay, now let's see that how you can have a process knowledge, like what are the steps of the 3D printing. Okay, so I will try to cover it quickly, and after that I will go to the application one, then we will try to jump on the practical demonstration. Most of you have seen it. Just a minute. Excuse me. Most of you have seen or understand this particular steps in the 3D printing. Like if we will start it with the CAD model, as you can see it before here, that you should have a CAD model, then you have to convert it into the STL file format, then you have to transfer it to the machine, then you have to set up the machine, then start building of that, then after that you have to remove it, and if any post processing is required, then you have to do the post process, then you can directly use it for the application. You can pour the cup of black tea and you can have it in that particular cup. So this is a small steps which you can go or encounter during the steps of this. And the same thing which I have kept it from the book of additive manufacturing from Chua. So that you can just get it, means from the 3D CAD workstation, you have to prepare the model, then upload it into the RP equipment or rapid prototyping equipment. And after that it will start, and whatever the demonstration I am going to give it or I am going to explain it, those all will be based on fuse deposition modeling technique of the additive manufacturing. Because most of other experts have also covered various technologies of additive manufacturing, but whatever the demonstration I am going to give it, that will be based on fuse deposition modeling. And why it will be based on that? Because in the demonstration, or this is one of the initial level technology related to the additive manufacturing which came in the picture, or we can say that this is the first technology which came in the popularly known in various areas, or popularly known among the various enthusiasts in the additive manufacturing. And the 3D printers in this particular technology, or FDM 3D printers, are readily available at a cheaper rate or cheaper cost. Okay, so you can utilize this particular technology for the demonstration purpose or for the understanding of the basics of the students in this particular field. Now, as I have already explained, what are the steps? So these are the basic steps: create a CAD model, then convert it into the CAD model into STL file format. Most of the CAD models, which I will just quickly go through, like first you have to create a CAD model, and only one thing should be kept properly. Like whenever you are preparing any CAD model, that should be watertight or fully closed. Means if you pour the model, means that should all the edges should be properly closed. Whenever you are preparing any kind of CAD model, that is the only prerequisite whenever you are preparing or designing any kind of CAD model for the printing at 3D printer. These solid models you can prepare it with the help of any CAD softwares like AutoCAD, Creo, CATIA. Even we will see the some open source software, because these are the most of the prominent paid packages which you have to purchase. Means license version should be purchased, then only you can practice on these softwares. Okay. While whatever I am going to showcase, that will be a web platform where you can just design your models and get the practice on that. Okay. Now after that you can convert your model or convert your particular whatever the design model you have done, that you can convert it into the STL file format. And nowadays, like if you have a Word file, you can save it into .pdf file format. While in your additive manufacturing, all the 3D printers very well accept the .stl file format. That's why we used to convert all CAD files. Like in AutoCAD, we used to have the file which is prepared in the format of .iges, so that you can just convert it into the .stl, so that it can be get it printed or accepted by the 3D printer very easily. Okay. While STL files represent the 3D surfaces of assembly as a planar triangles, and they are very prominent, or they cover the whole sculpture very nicely or very perfectly. That's why they used to have all STL file as a basics or the primo facto standard for the rapid prototyping industry or for the additive manufacturing industry. Means you have to convert or save your CAD model into the .stl file. Then you have to do the slicing. I will not go in detail of that, because slicing will be done by the inbuilt software of that particular 3D printing. You should not do any kind of thing. Instead of just giving us some kind of process parameter or fixing the process parameter, like you have to fix the orientation. Like if this is the mobile and you want to get it printed like this in vertical position, then you can give this orientation. If you want to place it like this or in the horizontal direction, if you want to print it, then you can give the orientation to the horizontal direction. Similarly, you can change the slice thickness. These are the few things or few process parameters which you can change it. While other all the things, slicing of the things, and it will also let you know that how much material or how much time will be produced. Okay. Means it will give you the information that how much time and how much material will be required to prepare this model. Okay. During the slicing only, and this will be done by the inbuilt software of that particular 3D printing machine. Okay. Now, after slicing has been done, you can click on the build, that you can start producing the part with the help of growing the prototype. Click on the build, it will start printing as a 3D printer. Now, if any post processing is required, like if any hinge part are there, then you have to remove it with the help of removal of that any mechanical kind of thing which you can remove it by your hand, or any photosensitive material, then you can do the post curing with the help of some chemicals. Okay, that support will be melted or some kind of thing. So depending on which kind of machine you are working with, you can remove the parts and get your final object done. Okay. And these are the things which you have to follow, and your product will be ready for the applications. These are the basic steps which I already explained it with you. Now let me just go to the application part. So these are the application part which we will try to see. That starting from the prototype, there are various prototype models of various prototype applications where you can use this particular technology. Instead of prototype, you can also go ahead for the tooling, then metal casting. Architectural, I have already explained that you can prepare the whole layout of your society in a single platform, and you can showcase them that this will work like this. After that, you can go ahead for the medical technology. This is one of the prominent area where engineers can work. Okay. I will just cover up this, then I will just quickly go to the other sectors of the applications. Okay. Like how you can support to the additive manufacturing, or how you can uh, give a boost to the startup of yours in the field of additive manufacturing. Okay. This is interior one. Yeah. This is the thing. Like most of you have go used to go for the orthodontics work. Like the persons who are very much familiar, we used to call it the dentist. Okay, so the persons or any patient whose or his or her teeth are not aligned properly. Okay, so we used to get their wiring done. So that wiring is a very tedious task if that is done by the manual work. Okay, if any doctor or any dentist get it done manually, then it will be a very painful task for the patient. Okay, even in the rural areas that practice is still going on, while in present time we used to have lasers, so we used to fix the wires with the help of lasers. Okay, that is also not specific to the patient, while in at present there is a technology which is patented by Align Technology. We used to call it orthodontic aligners by Align Technology. They prepare the whole machine according to this need, and they used to scan your jaw and prepare the orthodontic aligner according to the proper alignment of your jaw and your teeth. Okay, so in this way what you can do, you can assist the doctors or the existing dentist or dental practitioner, that you can do the all the jobs before the fixing of the aligners. Means you can scan that particular patient jaw, then prepare that CAD model, and after preparing you can get it printed. It will be suited to that jaw or not, that will be fixed or that will be judged by the dentist. So in this way you can support to that doctor, and you can also have a great startup venture on this particular field. Not only in orthodontics, you can also assist the orthopedic surgeon. Most of you who are obsessed by the body, means who have heavy weight persons, they used to have this much of trouble as old age time, that their hip ball surgery operations are going on. And if you have heard the cost of that, it is in the lakhs of rupees. Means this particular ball will charge you roughly about 50,000 to 1 lakh of rupees if it is made of titanium or SS most of the time. Okay, so this hip ball surgery is also very painful task, and it varies to person. Means every person's hip ball can be changed, or the shape of that particular cup will be designed. But all the doctors or all orthopedic surgeons, what they used to practice, they have a standard size of ball, and that way they used to fix it with the help of doing the surgery. But you can also assist them by just doing the scan and doing the MRI data done, and you can practice that this shape of the wall will fix nice or not. Okay, so that any patient, whenever they have a customized kind of surgery, they are ready to pay you more, and they will get a best result for their body and for their operations. So all the pre-surgery part, that pre-surgery part can be assisted by that particular startup, or by the persons who are having a great insight of this particular technology. So you can have such kind of feelings in your mind, and you can practice such kind of thing in the upcoming era. Similarly, during the pandemic, we have also seen various startups who are working on this field. They prepared some safety goggles, some masks, some shields related to the saving of this particular COVID-19. They have prepared the stopgap mask where you can just change this filter. Okay, that filter cover will be there. You can just change that particular filter and reuse it for a multiple number of times. Similarly, they have also prepared the whole handle attachment so that this virus should not be spread. Okay, and after that they have also scanned the your CT scan, or maybe your X-ray has been done, and that X-ray can convert it into the CAD model. And after that, your lungs infection can be visually or can be physically seen by the patient, that your lungs has been infected to this much. Because if you remember that during COVID-19, they used to, that virus used to affect on the lungs directly. So you can see that how much it is damage to lungs are there for the patient. So you can suggest that what are the precautions or what are the things which should be kept by this particular patient. Okay, so these are the things where your startup can work in the field of medical. While in the field of direct part production, you can go ahead for aerospace application, the music, various earphone parts are being mass produced by the 3D printing. Okay, in the gift and trophies, and in the museum display, I will showcase you this thing, that how you can prepare a model of Einstein. Okay, that is a cumbersome task, because if we are not having a good hands-on on practice, that how you can prepare a CAD model of the any kind of scientist, then we can just directly download it from that particular web space, from unlimited design space, and after that we can get it printed for your with the help of 3D printer. Okay, so these are the things where you can work on. Let me have a first thing which I have already told, that how you can club this particular technology of additive manufacturing in okay, just give me a minute. I'm stopping presenting because I just want to play the video so that you can have idea that how you can just club this particular technology with injection molding or additive manufacturing. Okay, just give me a minute. Just be with me for 2 minutes. I'm just opening the YouTube so that you can just see the application of this additive manufacturing in collaboration with uh, injection molding.
This conference will now be
Utilize
recorded.
to utilize this additive manufacturing in the field of fashion industry. So what they have done, they just kept it producing the models of the fashion models so that all the cloths from top to bottom, including the sandals, all those things are printed by the models, that particular 3D printer. Okay, that you will see in this video, and I will also try to explain it that how they adopted this particular technology and the flexibility in the cloth, that is the same which we used to get it from all the cotton and all the lycra cloths which they have. And this is the name of that particular lady who graduated from the Central College of Design. They she has such kind of production. She only just customize it according to her need or according to the need of the fashion industry. Okay, this is the customization which she did in the existing technology of FDM, which is there. And these are the models which she designed. And this is the CAD model which you can see. And this is the printing which is going on. And after that, she tested it for the models. And after that, if it found suitable, then she organized one of the whole fashion show for the models who used to wear such kind of cloth from top to bottom, including sandal to the upper wear and lower wear. All those things are prepared by that particular 3D printer or that particular lady. Okay, you will see that all the models which are who are wearing such cloths, that is made up of 3D printer. So she said that you can have such printers, you can carry those printers at your hotel and you can get it printed easily. There is no need to carry a huge amount of box of cloth with you. Okay? So she organized such kind of fashion so very nicely, and it grab a huge kind of acknowledgement from all the industry persons. Okay, so this is the 3D printing of cloth at home. Okay, you can also have such kind of things or such kind of startup with the help of various technology or with the help of various industries who are working on this particular field. Okay, now let me go to the another part. I can showcase. Just give me a minute. I'm opening one of few of the open source websites from where you can also download your design data. Means, as I already said, that this is unlimited design space. Okay, and whatever the links I am providing or whatever the videos I am playing, I will definitely share it with Kailash sir. He will definitely share with all the participants, so you can also have a maximum of this particular technology. So this is one of the my favorite website from where you can also customize your design data. You can practice small demonstrations or small models for the utilization of your creativity. Okay, so that you can practice it here, and this thing you can get it done with the help of not only Tinkercad, with the help of various other existing softwares like Fusion 360 or any other things. Okay, and these all things are made up of by Autodesk only. Kailash sir, is it visible? You can see this particular page.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to log in it so that I can just showcase it nicely. Just give me a second. So what you have to do, you have to create your user account and ID and password with the help of, as I did, if you have quickly seen that, I made a login with the help of existing my Gmail account in this particular web browser. So you can also create your ID and password by your Gmail account or your Apple account. So with the help of that, you can just directly access to the dashboard of this particular thing. As you can see that my name and picture is there, and you can also create your account, and that is free of cost. Means there will not be any kind of charge or any kind of payment which you have to pay. Okay, so soon you will come up to this particular thing. There are the various things which I have presented. You have to go to the 3D design. Instead of the 3D design, it also assists you to preparation of circuits, code blocks, and many other lessons. So I will click on the 3D design and create a new design here. So soon you will create over click here. It will open a user interface of this particular 3D modeling software. Suppose if you are not having good hands-on on that, then also being a even being a student of grade 6, you can directly create your account and ID password, and whatever the demonstration I am going to give you, being a student of grade 6 also you can work on this particular platform. Okay, so now it is just downloading it, means it is just getting all the UI fixed. Now you can see this is the name of the design which we are going to prepare. I am just renaming it, but just by clicking over here. So I am renaming it with the name of the institute or organizing institute, MBM Jodhpur. Okay, and the date of today is 27/10/2021. Okay, so this will be the name of our file. I am making it a bit small so that I can showcase you another thing. I'm just keeping it MBM as of now. So this is the name of the file which we are going to prepare it, and after that, these are the few basic steps which you can see here. These are the few basic steps, and if you will practice it, it is only drag and play. Means I am just pressing the left button of my mouse and dragging the box over here. This box came here in the picture. As of now, you can see that it is a hollow, means it is a hollow part. Now I'm making it solid and changing the color to the yellow. Okay, so now it is a yellow box in the solid form, and I can play with the dimensions just by dragging these rectangles which you can see here. Okay, just by dragging the rectangles we can play, and even if you do not want to play with the rectangles, what you can do, just click on the dimension here and write the dimension whatever you want. Suppose I want to change the dimension here, I will click here. I can see that this is 59. I am just keeping it 50. So this is 50/50, and intentionally the height is 20. I am just keeping it 50 as well. So this is a 50/50 into 50 cube. Okay, this is a cube of 50 centimeters. Similarly, or 50 millimeter cube. Similarly, you can prepare according to your size or according to your need. Now I am just changing the dimension intentionally so that I can showcase you any other command of this thing, and this is very much easy. Means you can explore it very easily. I am keeping the height as 30 now. So now let me drag the text. Means any other thing you can also drag it. I am intentionally dragging the text so that I can just write the name of the institute. So this is the text I have dragged, and this is not only text. You can just change the text either by clicking here or by clicking there over the text. I am writing MBM only here so that you can just see it nicely. This is the MBM, and I am writing Atal as well so that you can see very perfectly. So, and now I will change the dimensions. Like if you will see, these are the two different things. One is cube, another is the name as MBM and Atal. and the size of this MBM and Atal will be this much. This is 19, and if you will see the length of this is how much? Let me click on any rectangle. This is 150. Okay, I am intentionally keeping it 70, and if we will keep it 70, then it will look like this. I'm just dragging it here so that you can also see that how much it is. It is 70, and it is what? It is 20. I am just keeping it 20 now, and the thickness of this is 17. Instead of 17, we are keeping it as 50. Now, if you will see, there will be in all the parts which you are going to prepare, in all those parts, there is a pyramid kind of shape. This pyramid shape will give you that how much upliftment. If you will press it and lift it, if it will give you that this part has been lifted to this much of height. Okay, and if you want to assemble or merge these two parts, so what thing you can do, you can just uplift this name of text part to the height of this particular cube. This has been uplifted to this much of height, then I'm just dragging it and placing it over here. So this is placed over here on this particular cube, and now if I will just place it again, then you can see these are the two different entities as of now. So now if you will select these two entities as a command, control A will also work. All the commands related to the Windows MS Office like control A, control C, control X, control Y will work here. You can also click here on this particular command which is called as control G. Soon you will click it, it will become a single entity with a single color. Means the color of both the items will change. Means it will become a single color of either previous one or the former one. Okay. So in this way, you can have this particular command, and if you will now, if you will rotate it, you will see this will become a single entity. Okay. And after that, anything you can do it. These are the small practice exercise I have showcased you. Even now, how you can download it, you can just click on the export button. Soon you will click on the export button, it will ask you that in which file format you want to download it. You just click on .stl, then it will download the file into the .stl file format. I will showcase you in okay, let me just open the download tab here only, if I can able to showcase you, so that I can showcase you that how it will come in the form of .stl. Okay, so these are the small. Okay, this is there on the bottom side. If you can see, I have also opened the download here. You also you can see. Okay, and these are the small things. Is it visible, Kailash sir? This download section.
Yes, visible.
Okay, so as you can see that this file has been downloaded with the extension or file extension as .stl. Similarly, whenever you have created any kind of model, intentionally I have kept it small so that you can see that mbm.stl, this is there. Okay, similarly you can also do any kind of creativity. These are only basic shapes which I have showcased you. Instead of the basic shape, there are other design starters and many other things are there which are there in the picture. You can practice of any of these things. Okay, and prepare your model and directly download it easily. And even you can import your designs or any model which you have already downloaded. You can just directly upload your model from any 2D or 3D model and do the practice here, or do the customization here. Okay, now I will showcase you that what are the other websites from where you can get your models downloaded. This is one of the search engine for 3D printers which we used to call it. This is free of the cost available. That's why you may also find some ads on this particular platform. Let me click it somewhere. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now it's open. Just give me a second. As you can see here, this is the search engine for all the 3D printed models. Means as we used to call Google search engine, Yahoo search engine, and various others. So Aggie.com is one of the search engine for the 3D printable models. So you can just click or write where what are the things which you want to download. You can just get it downloaded with the help of this. Okay. Soon you will roll your cursor over there. It will let you know that it is free or in which platform it is available. Like as I have opened it or roll my cursor over here, you can say that it is free and website is Thingiverse. Okay, while here this is download for sale, means you have to pay something, and website is CG Trader. So soon you will click here, it will just directly redirect you to that particular page from where you can just download that particular thing. Okay, I have clicked on this particular image of this particular robot kind of thing, which they are already jumped it over there. And after that, you have to sign up here first without paying any kind of amount or any subscription kind of thing. And soon you will click here, just download all file. It will download all the things, and you can also see the images. And after that, you can just get it printed. And even if you are ready with any design or any pictures which you have already printed, you can also upload your models in this particular page, which is called as Thingiverse, which is one of the website. Okay. Now let me just go to the another thing which is called as RevCAD. RevCAD is also one of the platforms where you can just download your models, or you can just upload or share your models which you have already prepared. Okay, so these are the various and just go to the community or platform where you will get all the models which are already uploaded on that. Okay, I will share the link with you very soon, so that Kailash sir can share it with all the participants. Just give me a minute. Okay. Uh, yeah. So this is the platform where you can just get your just click on the library. So in the library you will get various amount of free CAD model data, or free CAD data which is available, or free CAD design which you can showcase or just download it. And all the downloaded models you can just get it printed or get it edited with the help of Tinkercad very easily, as I already showcased one of the demonstration. You can join the community, and if you do not want to join, just log in it and get your models downloaded with the help of this particular platform. It's opening. Yeah, it's open now. So you will click here and all the models will be opened, and after that you can download it according to your need. And even you can also search according to your need. This is one of the transport conveyor uh, system attachment, okay, which you can just directly download it and get it printed according to use. This is very much useful in the field of maintenance as well. The persons who are working in the field of maintenance, they will understand that how to shift a plant for just a small kind of maintenance, how much time consuming it is. Okay, in that thing you can just work it on. I will showcase you the last website, which is My Mini Factory, where I will showcase you that how you can download the museum parts, or the sculpture of various museum entities like Einstein, various scientists over there. Okay, so which you can just directly download it and get it printed with the help of 3D printer. So you, whenever you will click here, it will let you have such kind of options to explore. And my favorite one is scan the word, which will be there here. Yeah, click on the scan the word. So it will just give you the direction or redirect you to the page where there are various museum sculptures are already scanned. Okay, now you can see these are the few museum entities which you can just directly download it. And even in our college we have also downloaded one of the sculpture of Einstein, which we have printed it, that I will showcase you. And these links I will share it with you very soon. Okay, now let me just go to your presentation. I will share my PPT once again. Just give me 2 minutes more. After that, we'll try to conclude as well. So most of you have a basic insight of this particular technology, that how it will work and what are the dimensions or what are the expertise which are there, okay, or which you can just adopt it for your applications. Okay. So similarly, what we have done, we have also converted or established a 3D printing lab in Engineering College Banswara, which is announced as Additive Manufacturing Center of Excellence, or 3D Printing Center of Excellence in Rajasthan by Department of Technical Education, where we have also worked on the field of additive manufacturing since so long. And after that, we have also established the whole lab as well as produced various parts. This is one of the picture of our laboratories, if I can showcase you. Kailash sir, this presentation is visible now?
Yes.
Yeah. And these are the few parts which we have printed. As I already said, the parts of the Einstein which we have printed, that is here as well. This is the model which we have downloaded from my mini factory and get it printed at our laboratories. These are the some jaw lines which we have printed, some pen stand and various other things, okay, which piston, various sculpture of our SAE vehicles and many more things which you can get it printed with the help of 3D printing. And these all models which I am showcasing you here, these all are the printed by FDM machines. These are the few links which I will share it with you. Means all the applications or all the website link that I will share with the Kailash sir. He will share it with you. Now this is all about from my end. If you have any kind of questions or any query or any discussion, I am ready to take few questions and after that we will conclude it. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience for me. Thank you.